For more than 50 years, Michelin has mastered and perfected radial technology for earth mover tires. Michelin constantly tests its products and compares them with competitors' tires at its testing center, the only one of its kind in the world, in Almeria, in Spain. Through tests on rigid dump trucks in which Michelin radial tires are compared with bias tires, representative of the market, discover the considerable savings you can make using Michelin radial technology as a result of greater productivity, fuel savings, a service life up to twice as long, excellent resistance to damage, and better behavior, therefore greater safety. Load transported and speed are two parameters that have a direct effect on the productivity of rigid dump trucks. Measuring the TKPH enables you to check the ability of the tire to maintain a sustained production rate. In this test, we measure the TKPH of each tire. The Michelin radial tire covers 3 times the distance. More tons transported more quickly means better productivity. In your day-to-day work, based on an 8-hour working day, you can transport 3 times more material with Michelin radial tires. Now let's take a look at what Michelin radial technology does in terms of fuel consumption. The test we're going to see shows the differences in the energy consumed by tires during use. A laden rigid dump truck with its transmission in neutral is released at the top of a slope which ends in a horizontal track. The distance covered until the vehicle comes to a complete standstill is measured. The various parts of the Michelin radial tire work to minimize the energy required to move forward. Fuel consumption measurements on a rigid dump truck, unladen and laden, at various speeds on flat ground and on various slopes, confirm that 5% less fuel is required, which means a reduction in fuel consumption of 3 litres per hour. Now let's show the service life of Michelin radial tires, which has long been recognized. In this test, the surface of the tire is whitened to show the signs of wear. The radial tire has more uniform contact with the ground, which favors more even tread wear. The Michelin radial tire therefore lasts from 50 to 100% longer. You save 1 tire set in every 2. Service life doesn't only mean resistance to wear, it also means resistance to damage. In order to illustrate a frequent cause of damage, the test consists in reversing the laden rigid dump truck over a threaded rod anchored in the ground. The metal reinforcements of the radial casing provide better resistance than the textile plies of bias tires. With a Michelin radial tire, this means fewer vehicle breakdowns. It is sometimes necessary to perform unexpected evasive actions. In these situations, the Michelin radial tire provides the best response. This test shows that under the same conditions, the Michelin radial tire provides better trajectory control than the bias tire. The Michelin radial tire transforms the usual productivity figures for rigid dump trucks and reduces the operating costs. 3 times more TKPH, 3 litres less fuel consumed each hour, up to twice the length of service life, better resistance to damage, and better behavior for greater safety. Most customers who now use Michelin radial tires started with bias tires, but then chose Michelin radial tires when they realized the difference in performance. Follow their lead. Ask your retailer for advice and try Michelin radial tires. See the difference for yourself and use the brand that maximizes site productivity.
Michelin, a better way forward.